Hello and welcome to the Be Glad movement. My name's Pollyanna and I'm on a mission to bring you as many stories as possible of good coming out of bad and reasons to be glad. And today I'm joined by Donna. Now I know Donna because of the Pince's Trust, but I won't tell you too much about her story. I'm going to introduce you to Donna. Here's Donna.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us, Donna. I'm going to get out of the way and I'm just going to let you dive in and tell your story. So go ahead.
It probably started kind of like, I'd say, maybe about 4 years ago now. I previously had a lot of jobs in my life since leaving school. I had probably in excess of about 40 different jobs,
Wow.
which is obviously quite a lot of jobs. I was in the kind of like last job, if you like, and I happily found out that I was expecting my daughter, which I was super happy about. And then unfortunately, I lost my job just before, I think it was like a month before I was due to give birth, which obviously was really stressful and not a great time. Um, Obviously, that led to kind of financial difficulties, obviously a lot of stress, like literally within the weeks, literally weeks before, had like high blood pressure and just like a lot of awful things going on. Lost my job, obviously had my daughter, which was a really happy time, but obviously had no job to go back to. I started getting sort of really like anxious and suffering with like panic attacks, anxiety, which is completely not like me at all. In fact, I didn't really know what that kind of I didn't know what that felt like before, I had it.
Sure.
Like literally just something I've never suffered with. And then on top of that, one evening, I was feeling super anxious, and all of a sudden, I started getting a really loud noise in my ear, and tinnitus started just out of the blue, really badly. Like everybody has kind of like fleeting moments of tinnitus, don't they? Like I don't know if you get it, sudden, and it sort of goes after a few seconds.
Yeah.
But this just expected it to go, and it didn't. It just stayed.
That
It
must have
was
been quite scary.
off, like literally, it was really scary. I think I spent like a week googling like first like 100 pages of Google to find out information of am I gonna have this forever? Have I got to live like this? It was like torturous, that constant sound. It got really bad, kind of like anxiety, panic attacks, my health in kind of general. Obviously went to go to see some consultants and things to do with my ears, and potential for like things were mentioned like tumors and that kind of stuff, but thankfully all that was ruled out, but obviously super scary nonetheless. And then I just thought I need to kind of like I was just kind of like at the end of um of coping, really. It was really difficult, and I just thought, what am I going to do? I need to get myself a job, and kind of like get out of this kind of thing that I'm in, really. Just constant bad times, so many things happening, and so I decided to start my own business, which I've always wanted to do. I didn't know what to do it in. I love food, and I thought, why not kind of start a business in food, something that I really love to do. I didn't know how, and I just didn't know. I just didn't have a clue of um of what I wanted to do, but I knew that I wanted to kind of work with food. So um, I think I like Googled help with starting businesses or something along those lines.
Right.
And that's when I heard about the Princess Trust.
Awesome.
That was really cool, and since then, that initial contact, it's just kind of like started from there really. Like for the past 3 years, I haven't stopped being involved with them. So
Tell us a little bit about your journey with the Prince's Trust, what it was, so you found them online. What happened then?
so the first of all, I found them online, and I just thought I'd heard of the Princess Trust, but I didn't really sort of know what they really did. I knew they kind of helped people, but I didn't know kind of in what type of way.
Hmm.
So I just contacted them, and they just said, "Oh, we're going to be in Gloucester soon, so come on over for a meeting if you want." And I thought, yeah, definitely see what they're all about. And they spoke about a course called the Enterprise course, which is for people that are kind of thinking about starting a business or have like an idea or anything like that, really. So I went on the kind of introduction to the Enterprise course, and as soon as I went there, I just thought this is what I want to do, and these people are going to actually help me.
Awesome.
And at that time, obviously, I needed something. Everything was really bad. Um, so yeah, they agreed to help me. I did the full week's enterprise course in the end, and then I decided to start a business plan with them, which was kind of like a bit of an adventure in itself, and go on to get a loan to start my business where I am now.
Awesome. I'm right in thinking that the loan application sort of process is a bit like Dragon's Den, isn't it? You kind of go and present to a panel.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
is. It is a bit like that. They say everybody says it's like that, but kind of they say it's not really, but it sort of is. But they're kind of on your side. So instead of like the dragons kind of like questioning you and sort of like trying to trip you up, the staff and the volunteers and things, Princess Trust, they want to help you, so they don't want you to fail. They kind
Yeah.
of you go into the panel and they've got a pretty good idea whether whether you're going to succeed or not, because they've kind of like researched your business stuff. So they definitely want you to succeed rather than interrogate you like the dragons. But it is like that. It is, there's a panel of people, and you're basically going in presenting your business.
Awesome. So you got your loan and you started.
Yeah, I started my business, which is called Pod Coffee, based in Cheltenham. In fact, it's funny that we're speaking today because tomorrow is my 2-year anniversary of opening.
Yay! Oh, that's
I know,
fantastic. I'm
I
really pleased.
know.
Well done. Well
I
done.
can't believe it. It's been an adventure. It's been really hard, but when I look back at the situation I was in before I contacted the Princess Trust, it couldn't be any more different from now.
Yeah.
Um, and so really, at the time, if somebody had said this to me, I'd have been like, no, nothing's going to be ever, it's not, nothing's going to be good ever again, and I'm not going to be in a job that I love and be happy again. And to be honest, if it wasn't for losing that job, I wouldn't have started my business. So it was really good, and I never would have believed that, those 3 or 4 years ago when it started. I just thought I'd lost my job, um, got this new baby to care for, all these kind of like health issues. And now I just think like literally losing my job was the best thing that could have ever happened to me.
Wow. That's fantastic. That's
Yeah.
very cool. Very cool. And I love that you found the Princess Trust and they were able to support you through that as well. Because really, when someone's got a new baby to look after and anxiety and health issues, like hearing issues, that kind of thing, it
Yeah.
would always be the last thing you'd think you want to take on as well. It might heighten your anxiety or heighten your, health issues with the additional stress. But they helped you through that as well.
Definitely. I think that when you contact the Princess Trust, it's not just the Princess Trust. It's like you're entering like a family, and for me, it was really like that. Like I made so many friends with people in similar positions. To know that, I think that to know you're not alone with kind of any anxiety, or you think that, why am I the only one that feels like this? And really, you're not going through any situation that nobody's ever not been through before. So
Sure.
there's always people there to support you with the Princess Trust, and even now, like sort of three years later, I was in the office the other day in Bristol, and they said to us, like, look, like, feel free to come and speak to us with any issues you have, and the support is ongoing, and they never stop, really. So, like, I absolutely love it, and I really literally, like, thank them from the bottom of my heart for everything, because I don't know what I'd have done without the Princess Trust.
Awesome, that's so cool. And I know you give back because you are an ambassador for the Princess Trust now, aren't you? You go and do little talks and you go to swanky parties and meet celebrities as well.
Yeah, I do really good things. I do some I also go into kind of like the enterprise course. So on the enterprise course you have like a inspirational speaker, I suppose, and I go in now as one of those speakers, but I suppose that I think that they asked me to go in because obviously I've done the course and I've kind of like gone through it. So I go in and speak to the young people and say, look, like, I was in kind of the same position as you 3 years ago, and this is what I do now. My business is quite successful for the amount of time I've been running, and kind of like I'm full of enthusiasm for the Princess Trust and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I go in and speak to the young people, and yeah, like you say, I also get to go to some really, really cool events.
Awesome. Well, you've worked really hard and you deserve to go to those swanky events. So that's very
Thanks.
cool. Very
Yeah,
cool.
it is really good, and I just encourage that, like, literally anybody now who's like 13 to 30, that if they're in kind of like a position of what am I going to do with my life, I'm kind of like feeling overwhelmed, and if you feel anything like that, like, contact Princess Trust, because the help that they can provide you with is kind of like just beyond what I could ever, what I could ever imagine, really.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, because there's the different courses, isn't there? So from 13 to 30, I think the enterprise course is 18 to 30, isn't it? And then
Yeah.
there's other sort of like team building, and there's like a catering course, isn't there? And all different things
Yeah.
that they can help you with. So very, very cool.
So
Oh,
many.
Donna, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
It's been brilliant having you on, and I'll share links to your coffee shop, because I know you've got your social media channels and everything. So I'll share links afterwards so that people can find you, because you're just outside of Cheltenham, aren't you, in Andoversford? Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Andoversford.
Pod coffee. Cool. Awesome. If you like this video, then please do hit the like and subscribe button, and you'll get notifications when new videos are uploaded. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. If you search at Be Glad Movement, you'll be able to find us. Please do get in touch if you've got a story to share. It doesn't matter if it's something similar to what somebody else has shared, because I really do believe your story and your voice has the ability to help someone in their time of need. And thank you for joining, and I'd love to see you in another episode. Many thanks. Bye bye.